Jeffrey Epstein's death may have closed a courtroom, but it opened a deeper wound, one that exposes how power, money, and silence built an invisible empire of abuse that operated in a plain blank sight. This is a story America never wanted to confront, a powerful story that tried to smother one courtroom at a time. A story that refuses to die because the survivors refuse to stay silent. With 20 new voices breaking open the darkness, the truth is louder, more evident, more painful, and unstoppable more than ever. This is the Jeffrey Epstein case, not as a timeline, but as a warning carved into the American conscience. It starts in Palm Beach, 2005. A 14-year-old girl walks into a police station and says the world shake detectives to their core. He hurt me. What follows is not a single accusation, but an avalanche. High school girls, the same mansion, the same island, the same massage routine, the same calculated grooming. Countless girls of all age sorts. The same massage routine that we know exactly what we're looking at. Detectives knew exactly what we are looking at. A predator with a pattern. What they do not realize yet is that the monster they were chasing is not just one man. It's an entire structure built on wealth, silence, and influence. When police moved to charge Epstein, something strange happened. Instead of momentum, they hit a wall. Instead of justice, the case gets watered down in a grand jury. And instead of being treated like a serial predator, Epstein gets a single soft charge, the kind reserved for petty crimes. Behind closed doors, calls are made, deals are struck, and the system quietly blends. What should have been a takedown becomes a giant, massive cover-up. In 2008, Epstein cut a secret deal that let him avoid federal prosecution altogether. He pled guilty to minor state charges, gets 18 months, and even that is also padded with a work release, privilege where he leaves jail during the day and returns back in the night. As if just like a man checking into a hotel. For victims, it's a betrayal carved in stone. The justice system looked directly at their pain and chose to look away. The pain that was suppressed, the pain that we did not speak up to. But survivors, they did not forget. Over the next entire decade, more women stepped forward, starting from 2011. More lawsuits surface. More testimonies point to a larger web. A world where Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell operated like predators with Rolodex. Virginia Joffrey becomes one of the loudest voices, naming powerful figures one after the other who deny everything, but cannot escape the cloud of suspicion. The truth begins to crack through the facade. In 2019, the dam finally broke. This time, there was no secret deal, no quiet compromise. And then, just when justice seemed possible, the story twisted again. Epstein was found dead in cell. He was arrested in July. In the August, right before, he was found dead. Question still remains in the air. Was he really murdered or was it just a suicide? Officials call it suicide though. Millions don't believe it. Theories erupt. Assumption says, trust collapses, and the case becomes a global obsession. The question changes from who will be held accountable to who is being protected. Maxwell is arrested next. The recruiter, the enabler, the one who pushed all these girls one after the other. The one who opened the doors, groomed the girls. Her trial is brutal, the testimony heart-shattering, and her conviction brings a cold, partial sense of justice. What justice is that which is cold and partial? Can we even call that as justice? 20 years in prison is what she has been sentenced for, but decades of damage is already done. The survivors get validation but not closure. Because the real network, the one everyone whispers about, remains untouched. Then, a new spark ignites a fire. In 2024 and 2025, this year, unsealed documents, political statements, rumors of a long client list, and courtroom battle dominates the headlines. Powerful names orbit the cases like moths around a flame. Politicians argue. Agencies push back. Files disappear, reappear with no new answers. And through all this noise, one truth becomes very clear. Someone, somewhere, still wants parts of the story buried and not being told to the public. This year, it changed everything again. 20 more survivors came forward, publicly. 20 women who carried their trauma in silence finally decided the world deserves to know the truth. The world deserved to know the extent this man harmed them, suppressed them, molested them. The stories echo the same patterns, the same tactics used on every single girl, regardless of the age, be it at the age of 14, be it at the age of 18, or even further than that. And their courage tears open a wound America tried to stitch shut. There's no longer a scandal. This is an indictment of privilege, a testament to how power shields predators and punishes innocence, a reminder that Epstein was not a lone wolf. He was the tip of a much, much darker iceberg. Yet, through all the corruption, all the secrecy, all the unanswered questions, the survivors stand tall. Their voices, once crushed under influence and intimidation, are now the loudest force in the room, any room be it. Their courage is the reason this story is still yet to be over. The truth is the reason nobody gets to hide anymore. They are the reason why every other woman is still coming forward and chasing the same. The justice. The actual real justice. Not anything partial. Not anything half-hearted. Because Epstein may be dead. Maxwell may righteously be in prison. But their shadow still reaches into rooms where decisions are made and protections are bought. And thanks to the women speaking out, relentlessly, fearlessly, publicly. That shadow is shrinking. This is the reckoning. The Epstein Files Transparency Act recently has passed both chambers of Congress as well as now awaits the president's signature on it. As well, Trump ordered it anyway. Once enacted, the Justice Department must release all unclassified Epstein-related documents within 30 days with only sensitive details, such as victim identities, redacted. It is a significant move toward long-awaited public transparency. This is the echo that won't fade. This is the story the powerful could not kill. And yet, even as facts come to light, the shadows around Epstein case remains thick. Beyond verified allegations lie a maze of theories, a public desperate for clarity, a story refined by secrecy. The questions still stands. What exactly was the nature of Epstein's network and who enabled it? Were there individuals who benefited from his exploitation, or were there powerful figures merely caught in his orbit? Did Epstein actually weaponize the surveillance, filming influential men just to secure leverage? And to what extent, if at all, did intelligence agencies intersect with his finances or his activities? Finally, the question that refuses to settle. Did Epstein really die by a suicide? Or was it a plotted murder, someone protecting interests far larger than his own? As the files move closer to a public view, these questions don't fade, they in fact sharpen. And the world waits to see whether transparency will bring answers or only deep certainty. For more such powerful stories and for more such updates, please keep following us, like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.